Game of numbers is what is on the headline of Kenya's bold newspaper, The Standard. And the road to the election, it's all begun 1 year towards the next election, and their faces. President William Ruto squeaked past the 50+1 threshold in 2022 with a 50.5% of the vote, drawing more than 3.5 million of his 7.1 million votes from Mount Kenya. But his grip on the mountain has since loosened, with his former deputy Rigathi Gachagua tightening his hold on the region after their bitter political divorce. Ruto's UDA is now at the negotiating table with ODM, crunching the numbers for a second-term bid as opposition leaders race to unite and wrestle him from power amid criticism over corruption and poor governance. With 1 year to the 2027 general election, alliances are shifting, the numbers are being crunched, and the stakes couldn't be higher. This is covered on page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 of the Standard. All of those stories come into play here. We also know that there's a broad-based meeting that was happening in Naivasha yesterday, and these perhaps are some of the things that they were discussing. It's to be assumed that 5.7 million 5.7 million votes from the Mount Kenya bloc will be carried by Rigathi Gachagua and Martha Karua. And then if you move from Nairobi County then towards the Eastern Bloc, 1.7 million votes. Western Kenya with 2.22 million. Nyanza with 3.1 million. And the North Rift with 2.36 million. The South Rift with just under 1 million at 805,000. Northeastern with 1 million votes. And the Coast with 2.2 million votes. That's what the vote spread kind of looks like for Kenya. Who will grab the numbers is the question that's being asked here. And how exactly will that work? Okay, so these are some of the things that we're going to be looking into. And people say, oh, it doesn't matter, it's not important. Actually, it is, because politics is a game of numbers. But can the numbers equate to what Kenyans actually want in terms of leadership?
That's the crux.
That's it. The crux of the matter right here is the numbers will equate to what people want, and that's where the secret is. It's in the numbers. And so how you play with those numbers is then heavily dependent on what it is that you're going to then be able to deliver to Kenyans. True. So we'll be looking into that today.
Just in times.
All right. Court detains officer, rider and driver linked to Motiso's death. Okay, so the courts are quite busy. Detectives allege Kip Bellion fired the fatal shot while two others helped execute and coordinate the operation. They cite CCTV footage, call data, and a firearm recovered at the scene to link the trio. Police officer Elijah Kibelion, a border rider, and an alleged key linkman will remain in custody for 30 days as detectives pursue fresh leads into the killing of Dr. Victoria Ndhunya Motiso. All right, so that's going to continue. Milimani magistrate says if the respondents are released, there is a high likelihood they will interfere with the investigations. So on that, they then took the prosecution's suggestion and decided to detain the three suspects in this. Family of slain Mount Elgon politician Wasama cries for justice. He was a parliamentary seat aspirant, Nathan Wasama Masai, who was shot dead last week, and they're crying for justice. Shot dead by whom is what they're trying to ask, and if this person will then be brought to book. He was attacked outside his business premises at the Tuikut by unknown gunmen. It's alleged that 3 men using a motorcycle shot him at close range as he walked to the house from the bathroom. Yikes. Can you see what we are doing?
Yeah.
It continues. It's becoming almost like the modus operandi. You don't like somebody, kill them.
Get rid of them.
And because you're almost sure that very little will be done about it, then you're able to, take the risk. It's very sad. Goons threaten credible polls as police unmoved.
Yeah.
Ruto call out over wanton spending during State House visit. Questions are emerging over the huge spending involved in the frequent visits to State House as different delegations continue to stream in to meet President William Ruto.
Yeah.
Where is the money coming from? So people are asking, hey, come on now.
There's a question that someone asked yesterday. I don't know if you'd have a response to that. Rather, it's a question I asked someone and they never responded. We talk about IEBC now giving a caps or limits on how much anyone would spend. But how then do you go back and look at how much someone has spent over 4 years? Does that apply to the ceiling that IEBC has set?
What are the mechanisms for actually finding out that you how much somebody has spent? And then when you find out, so what?
Where's the source of the money?
No, but is IEBC going to go there?
That's the thing.
You can't lay the rule. You lay the ground rule, but then you've not told us how you're going to actually go ahead and get it done. So when you find out that somebody has spent 6.4 billion shillings, do you say that, oh, you won, but you spent 6.4, so we're going to declare that you're not the winner, or what?
That's the thing.
Yeah, what happens? And then how are you going to track? Are you going to ask for audited receipts? Are you going to ask for invoices and all of this? How? Just asking.
Yeah. So what will una majibu? Sawa.
The numbers game, how Ruto and rivals can win the 2027 poll. We're going to look into this, of course, in a little bit more detail. But it's a game of numbers, and we've already told you what those numbers are looking like in terms of registered voters. 1 year to the polls, IEBC battles leadership gaps and a funding crunch. We also know that the IEBC CEO is one Madam Kulundu, and she sits in that position for the next 7 weeks. So let's see what happens after that. Whether they're going to have somebody in place. The 13th Parliament grabs House of Corruption title. Well, I mean, it's interesting because the president actually noted this last year when he said, "Iyo pesa ambayo ilitembea haikufanya kazi," basically.
They also confirmed it themselves. So
they did. And you have people also already telling us that, you know, there was an impeachment, what, 10 million, blah, blah, blah. Okay. How is it okay for you to say that? Hey, are you not shy?
That's the thing.
Not like Bishop David Oginde says, you even try and be shamed.
You know, like
act ashamed a little bit.
Kidogo,
just a retro bit. But no, clearly, you just say it out in the public and it's okay and nobody. Okay. From AI to Boma's tally, the court battles that could put polls in limbo. Where? This AI. This anti-AI in the corner.
Let me tell you.
From the legality of the Boma's tally to the access, there shouldn't be a Boma's tally. And access to the diaspora vote to AI-driven disinformation and IEBC appointments, a raft of court cases have been filed and will determine how the general election is conducted. All right. Kamal Mudhoni goes into detail, so we'll look into that. Ruto's healthcare for all promises remains elusive as election clears. Why?
And what again?
The promise of health is elusive as the election nears.
Kwa hiyo health ndio kuna sha?
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's elusive.
2/3 rule. You guys, see, you just agree once and for all that kitu amwezani nayo. You won't agree, not because you can't, just you don't want to. Because if you had wanted to, I mean, the Chief Justice Emeritus said that Parliament should be disbanded on this thing alone. On this thing alone, we should come and go home.
Yeah. Not because they didn't like the country, but because the Constitution demands it.
And you have not met the Constitution.
Thank you.
You, who is a legislative body, out. He recommended to the president, but Uhuru Kenyatta did not do anything about that. So, okay, we keep it moving. So, people went to Naivasha yesterday. Are they still there? They've not finished? Whatever
not yet. They're still yet to decide number 2 position. That was the...
They're going to thrash it out. It's those ones for nobody leaves this room until we figure this out.
Yes.
Okay, it's those ones?
Those ones.
So, let's see what will come out. If there will be white smoke, green smoke coming out of Naivasha, or no smoke at all, then everybody can get back to their jobs.
Together trying to find that smoke. They forgot everything, including the marches. In
this case, it looks like someone's going to take kerosene and douse the whole thing. Did I say that? I keep remembering that I'm actually speaking out loud. Vision 2060, Kenyans must play a central role in charting the future. It's tomorrow. It's not tomorrow.
Yeah.
By the way, it's not tomorrow, the 12th of August.
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
That's my friend Jahira Gitahi, who writes that column today. Get yourself a copy of the Standard. There's quite some to be covered. And, you can get the Standard e-paper as well, www.standardmedia.co.ke. I just wanted to note here that Cameroon, the indomitable Lionesses, took out the Super Falcons. So we have to now, it's a toss-up for 3rd and 4th, but it seems like they're going into the final with Malawi. So the indomitable Lionesses play the Malawi. I don't know which bird or animal the Malawians are called, but it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.